jump, make you jump up and dance. We're in the middle of the carnival.
Yo, this is Quality Beat, and you are listening to We Are the Ones at 99.1
jump up
FM.
and dance. Working to make this fun and spring. Greatest summer festivity, and yet we treated calypsonians and band like dirt. All you we weren't.
Down, feeling in the mood to sing. You wonder why? A deep feeling in the. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's We Are the Ones Wednesday. You know what that means, right? We have a guest in the house, a wonderful guest in the house, and it's time to do a little singing. I hope my crew has my song ready for me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's We're the Ones Wednesday. I'm your host, Petra Williams, and we are on Point FM. And just a few housekeeping matters that are very important, because school has already reopened for many of our private schools, and our young people are already in school. So I just want to remind our parents, dear parents, you remember the phrase, monkey see, monkey do? Well, I'm going to remind many of us parents that our children will do what they see us do. So we have got to work with our teachers. We've got to work with the schools and ensure that whatever protocols the children are taught at school, that we work along and observe the very same protocols when they are home, so that they practice consistent behavior at home, because we need them to go to school, do the same thing, and be safe. Are we good with that? Parents, it is very, very important that we practice the same consistent protocols that are happening at school. That is my housekeeping for today, and that is our tip for today on We're the Ones Wednesday. Now we got to get on to business. Selector, hit me.
Roll it up, pull it up, aye. Roll it up, gal. Hey! We gon' keep on rolling. We gon' keep on winding. We gon' keep on rolling. Don't care about the names they call we. We gon' keep on rolling. We gon' keep on winding. We gon' keep on rolling. Don't care what the hell they call me. They always calling me name, trying to put us to shame. Cause when carnival come, it's jam and wine we know. But we don't set in our ways. Don't care what nobody say. We know it's carnival time alone. We misbehave, but we like it so. We like it when the iron ring. We like it so. We like it and you still batch on me.
On camera.
We like it when we bump and roll. We like it so. We like it. Hey, push back your bum and roll it. Raise up your hand and roll it. Ice up your leg and roll it. And roll it. And roll it. Push back your bum and roll it. Raise up your hand and roll it. Ice up your leg and roll it. And roll it. And roll it. We gon' keep on rolling. We gon' keep on winding. We gon'
Keep on rolling.
Don't care about the names they call me.
We're gonna
Keep on rolling. We're gonna keep.
Keep on.
Okay, now you give me an
Hi,
idea. I'm have to do
Woo!
with the song.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today is none other than Laurena Davis. The
Hello.
diva.
God, it's been a while.
It's been a while. What?
It's been too long.
That what? That I have
I've
been
not
dancing to
sat,
your music?
Oh Lord, no, I've not sat in the hot seat with Petra.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, before I get Laurena rolling, I have to give you all this story. Once upon a time, long, long ago, and far, far away, there was this mass troupe called Beautiful People.
Yes.
That had TKO as their live band.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
And Antigua Dangerous Nigga and them decide that them not jump up to the live band. Along came this one crazy girl. To this day, I have no idea who she was. And she made a party out of making sure that if it was only one person, that TKO and Laurena had a fan.
And that one person turned out to be everybody else after.
Because everybody had
Yes.
to follow me. Follow back at me. We gotta keep her
And
rolling.
right there at Beautiful People, remember when we used to have Xanadu? We created the Roll It
The
Dance.
Roll It Dance.
Which was created by Calvin Southwell.
This is not me, praise God.
You know, we had
Good afternoon, Calvin, honey.
Yes,
You're
good
there. How are you,
afternoon,
darling? We
Calvin.
want back beautiful people. Sorry, I didn't say that. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we all know and love
Yes.
Laurena. Some of us more than some are you. We're gonna come to you all later down in the studio, in the show. But for now, Laurena, welcome again to We're the Ones.
It's a pleasure to be here in here. Nice, man. Nice.
What, you want to start the next song?
Nice.
Feeling nice?
Nice.
Okay. Laurena, this is how we start. We're the
Yes.
Ones. Who are you people? Where you come from?
I am originally from Otters, D'Souza Road, Otters. Born, bred Otters woman.
Okay.
Yes,
Clearly-
the best. Yay.
Clearly you have one shortcoming, but go ahead.
You see the thing with Pine people?
But you
You
either
see the
point
thing
or
with
nothing.
Pines and Villa people? I'm originally from Otters. My parents, my mother is from Sweets. My mother was from Sweets.
And the artist people done start up. Good
Yes.
afternoon, Miss
Amira have to be in that
Yes,
chat.
Otters
Yes.
Passage.
Otters to the bone.
Yeah, second best village. Carry on. Yes, darling.
My mother is from Sweets. My mother was a proctor, and she married a man from John Hughes.
Sweet.
Yes.
John Hughes.
Yes, he used to walk. John used to go Sweets for
Got that.
Yes.
How are
I'm a
you to
Davis.
Otters?
Oh, yes. So they got married and they moved to Otters. They moved from country, and they went to D'Souza Road, Otters, the best place in Antigua. I say that with no water in my mouth.
It's all right. It's your perspective. Go ahead. Carry on. Not gonna beat you to death. Knock yourself out.
My grandfather is from Liberta, Ali Davis. Grandmother is from John Hughes. So I have country blood in me. But related to nobody really in town. All Sweets. Sweets, John Hughes, Old Road, All Saints, country.
So you grew up in Otters.
I grew up in Otters. I'm a tongue girl.
After all that drama, Sweet. She
Yes.
came,
No, you see,
she came
that-
to the best.
You see, it was supposed to happen because of the rich background of my parents. I call it rich because once your parents from country, trust me, you're good for life. You're blessed.
You
You're
get
good.
house. You get everything.
You're good for life.
Fair enough. No, I won't argue with you there. All I would say is I have a little country roots in me. I don't advertise it.
You have a little?
Yeah.
No, me have to advertise it, man.
No, me stick a pint. Sorry. So, Laurena, your earliest years. I know you're an
Ooh.
Otters girl. How you go Otters girl? Sorry, I apologize. Otters
Yes.
girl. Yes.
Gal.
Schooling.
Schooling. My first school was the Acme Preschool. It's still up and running, which is so amazing because a lot of people who are even older than me, you know, they when I hear that they went to Acme Preschool, but the amazing thing is, teacher chorus still look the same.
You remember anything from
I
Acme
re-
preschool?
How
Where
you
remember? Where
mean?
remember? Tell me one thing. One thing you remember from then. Some bogus fake story now coming out. Go ahead.
I remember because I still go back and visit there, you know. I do remember. I remember my red little checkered uniform. I mean, I was the cutest out of my mother's 4 children, so of course I have to remember that. You know, because
Fisherman will never say
yes,
fishes
they went to St. Peter's Primary, Miss Hobson School.
You were the last?
I am the last.
Okay, well, then you're the prettiest. Go ahead.
Yes, I am.
You're spoiled.
While. So they went to Miss Hobson School because it wasn't St. Peter's then. I went to Acme Preschool and then I went to Foundation Mixed School, which all of us went. That's my family roots too. And then after I went to the Otters Comprehensive Secondary.
The school that produces
Otters,
all the singers,
all
I suspect.
hence why I
will
say
never argue with Otters. from
okay,
that.
okay, the best. I know PM will always try to come and but hey, OCS.
I'm in a good mood. Continue.
Success through perseverance.
Yeah, but the
And
world
nothing
is
but the best
always-
is good enough.
Here's
Two
what. This is about you.
mottos.
Don't let us spoil it. Let us accept something very critical and important.
That my inner point.
No.
Okay.
No. One thing. The world
Yes.
is in need, will always be in need, was in need of good men and women.
Yes.
So whether you have success through perseverance, whether you have whatever else you have, is one thing. The world is in need of good men and women. No, don't let us have to fight over this. No, let us continue.
That's all like pure PM
So-
people, right?
So So you did comprehensive. Did
Yes.
you do choir? I have a question about comprehensive. I have to ask. Comprehensive has choir?
They had singing groups.
Oh, they had singing
They
groups.
had singing groups.
They had fashion groups?
They had fashion groups. We had everything there.
At comprehensive?
Everything.
So then I'm curious about something because you see like how those of us who went to Princess Margaret, consistently, the whole world knows by now what Princess Margaret is. And whether we are negative or positive about it. So what is it? Because comprehensive has produced some of our most talented and artistic persons.
Yes.
But then sometimes it still has a stigma that you guys need to break out. What's up with that? When you were at comprehensive, how was comprehensive as a school? You would hear about a lot of fight. By the way, P had plenty fighting too, but we're just not bringing it
Well,
outside.
you want to hear back then. You want to hear about as well. Well, I never heard of all the fights that they were. It wasn't no big, huge war like what you're hearing of for the past couple of years. But one thing in terms of sports, in terms of pageantry, in terms of everything. I mean, they were always on top, and PM was always one
I
to.
don't know why we give you this. Listen, don't get carried away. They were always
You say-
competitive. Competitive is the word you're looking
I
for.
was-
On top is not the right word. Competitive. Go ahead now. Carry on.
Woohoo. Now they put me in the hot seat with Petra.
Y'all supposed to know I don't miss with the defense, okay?
Yeah, but I mean, we were always looking back. I mean, I enjoyed my time there in terms of what I used to really love too is when they used to have the track and field and comprehensive used to bang them. Pageantry. We had so many talented people who went in for pageants and who came out on top, and the pride that you felt when that happened, like, hey, I really care when nobody said that for me school brown and white, you had pride. And even now, once you hear someone who actually hailed from the walls of OCS, pure pride. Like, I mean, one of the best doctors in the world, and most of some of the most talented singers and performers. You had singing Althea, you have CP, you had TZ, you had all of them. Samaya, yes. All the good, you had Laurena Davis. I mean,
of course.
yes. So,
And you see, and one of the reasons why I'm glad that we're having this conversation, notwithstanding we are bantering over the schools, is that too often I think that we as a nation, we do not accept and appreciate that all of our schools bring their various values to us as a people, as a nation. For example, I mean, when we talk about the 4 nights, there's how much comprehensive I have? 1 or 2? Y'all have Richie for sure.
Yeah.
Then Ambrose is from Sweets. I think he went to All Saints Secondary. And so everybody has their share.
Yes,
It's just that there's a certain school that just big up everybody more than everybody else. But the point that I want to make is that in terms of the national development, our schools have done well.
Yes,
our
very well.
Secondary schools,
Very well.
our government secondary
Very
schools
well.
have done well.
Yes, very well. And you see the pride, because I'm in an OCS group, and that's a group from way before my time. And the pride that they speak about and the unity that they still have, it's sometimes I have to put my phone on mute. Well, I have to mute the group because the unity that they still have. And sometimes I would follow the stories, and they would talk about WIP. I'm like, okay, we never had that in our time, But it's really a good feeling to see that, even though it's decades ago, I have to call it decades. I mean, the unity that they have amongst themselves and the pride and how they just big up OCS no matter where in the world. A lot of them are not even here, and things that they're also doing to give back, not forgetting where they came from, just to help and to continue to help the school to excel to its greatest. I mean,
Well,
that's...
y'all have a boss principal over there now. I keep in a very
Who
close
is there?
eye on him.
Who's it there now?
Foster. Lord, I forget Foster's last name. I'm going to get shot for that. But he is
He used to be
phenomenal.
at,
He used to be at Jennings.
At Jennings.
The story is they
Oh.
sent him to we're trouble there to fix it.
Oh.
He's doing a phenomenal job over there. So
Nice.
I'm just gonna tell you and your past students that just go.
Yes.
See like how the school that you don't want me to talk about, but that's the best school. When the boss calls and say, "Let's do it," we all just
do it.
fall in line.
Yes.
Time for y'all to fall in line.
Yes,
I'm telling you that. Time
definitely.
for y'all to fall in line.
Definitely.
So now that we've done the hear that now? Comprehensive saga. Laurena, you sing.
Richie Richardson too. Sorry. Had to
Yeah,
plug that.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yes. You sing.
Yes.
What's your earliest memory of you singing?
Oh, as a little child in church.
At least you didn't say at the preschool.
No, a little child in church. I mean, I sometimes I find myself reflecting back a lot on my, I call them my baby memories, my childhood memories, because I would, because of losing my mom, I would always reflect on things that, you know, she would say or things she would have me do. I remember every poem. Sometimes you have, you know, when Christmas program coming up, you have to learn that poem. You know what I mean?
Mother, I love you.
You have to learn the poem, but I always have to do a song. I always have to do a song, no matter how little I was. And I had to have that down pack. And my mother was a singer. She was a beautiful.
Oh, so then tell out the story, the man, that you inherit your mommy
Of
DNA.
course.
Okay.
My mother was an amazing soprano singer. But she could do everything. She could harmonize. I think I got my harmonizing abilities from her too, because I love a harmony. But mommy would have this high-pitched voice above everybody. Oh, yeah. And, you know, sometimes I would sit down, I would try it too, you know, but I used to enjoy memories like that. I mean,
Pause a minute, Laurena. Oh, jeez and bread. Good afternoon, Shalita, and how are you? Yes, comprehensive is the second best.
Yes, Shalita.
inserted
What he
second.
said? What he said?
He said
first?
No, he said comprehensive is I am inserting second.
Is the best?
Continue with Shalita, best school in the world. Continue now.
Tell she Shalita.
Shalita is supposed not to send me that message. I am going to put it in my words. But yes, go ahead, darling. So you inherited your mother's singing ability.
My family.
Did you get voice training when you were young?
No.
Did you get voice training now you're older? Well, less young?
No.
So you've never had voice training?
No.
You read music?
Not really. I used to play it.
You read music?
And then
Okay, you play music.
Used to play
So
it.
how did you learn to play music?
That's what I'm saying. I used to play it. So that's why I said not no. I used to play
back
it.
then.
I used to.
You used to play.
I did
how?
piano. I did piano classes. I can't even remember my piano teacher's name. I think she had passed. Right there in Ovals. Just opposite of the basketball court, right at the corner of the road. Never forget, because I used to go there. I never really liked going there.
Why not?
I just don't know. I mean, she was strict. And you had to do exams and.
Yeah, but that's how you get better.
And when I don't get, no, my thing is when I didn't get it, her technique was her hand was hitting on her leg. So the louder she hit her leg, I know she was getting aggravated because I wasn't doing it right. Yeah, I never liked that. I was soft. Me like that, Taz.
You were soft?
I was soft. I was a nerd at school, right, Shalita? Okay.
So you did do piano.
Yes, I did do a
Right.
little bit of piano.
Right.
I used to, pick up the pan and dabble in it because both my brothers, they're panists. My eldest brother, he plays with Geminites or used to play with Geminites, whichever one. But he's a Geminites man. And my brother before me, he is a Harmonites man.
That's my captain.
He's the captain of
That's my
Harmonites
captain.
Internet,
Oh,
Alston
so we
Davis.
should, well, no, you see, no, Lorena, you're
ma'am.
not even tighter. That's
Yes.
my captain.
But he
That's
from
my
Otters
steel band.
too.
It's
You know,
okay,
from
it's my steel
Pine.
band. It's okay, it's my steel band. It's my steel band. It's my steel band.
Plug that in quick. So her face was drop a while ago.
No, I know. He's not from Point. It's okay.
Yes,
we
yes.
have embraced him. We still have some work to do on
He's
him.
still a Point man
to
too.
bring, of course.
Yes.
Check him in a few years when you see he brings Harmonites right back to the top.
Yes.
Win a
Very
championship.
talented. But when I look back
He's
on
over there now.
He's
making
there.
noise
Oh, yes,
with
it's
this-
true. It's true.
He started training some students.
Yeah. But when I look back on him too, I mean, it was so amazing.
He went
'cause
comprehensive too?
He went, of course, the best. Huh. When I
Yes,
when I
something.
when I look back on him, he used to pick up the pan from my brother now. He went to no pan yard, nothing. He started playing from here, and he got
So y'all
so
are a gifted
into
family.
Yes,
Musically gifted
yes,
family.
yes. He got so much into it because my brother, my eldest brother, Athelin, he used to play in church. He used to play bass. He used to play drums. You know, it was, my sister was the only one. She was just the singer.
Okay, fair enough, fair
Yes,
enough, fair
yes.
enough, fair enough, fair enough. Shalita, stop disturb me. Okay, fine. Yes. So Laurena, so you sang in your early years.
Yes.
You sang at school too. I'm going to suspect.
No, not really. No, I didn't.
You didn't sing in school?
No, I didn't.
So when
don't
did
recall.
when did you pick up? Oh, okay. So you sang through church.
I was in church. I was
Praise the Lord
taking
for
it back.
church.
I was on the choirs. I have to say choirs because I would be on the United Evangelical Choir. That was headed by William Dorset for Church of God of Prophecy. I was also one of the lead vocalists
You
for
were
you.
in this
Yes, Jack.
cog up choir. That means you're bad up, man. Go ahead.
I was also in I was one of the lead vocalists for Youth for Christ Ministries. That's another group that I was a part of. I would do
I'm getting an answer to a question I have, but go ahead.
I would do different gospel groups, different gospel concerts, traveled with choir also to Tortola. I remember that at a General Assembly. I was in church. I mean, yes, I was in church. I was raised up in church. And a lot of y'all saying, but yeah, I'll come for church. I was raised up in church. You too? And I mean, I think that actually grounded me musically, you know.
I think you got a Mahalia Jackson kind of sound.
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
I always have a church in me. Then I just wanted to sing. I just wanted to do music, wherever I would hear music. I would love to. Sometimes I would take out I remember getting a Walkman a time, and it was
For those
just
of you
to-
under 25, that is the thing that we play music from. That's not
Yes.
the phone. Okay, it's a little deck. You put in you were still in the cassette era,
cassette era.
right? So you put in this thing called a cassette, and you used to have to spin manually. Yeah, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
I remember even having even a time when I actually put, well, Mom, you call everything Benno music. It wasn't gospel, it was Benno. So I remember she don't want a Benno in our house, but I just wanted to listen. I wanted to explore. And then I remember later down I started to go and listen to bands, and then I started singing the hotel industry.
And on that note, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, we are going to take a short break. You are listening to Point FM, and it's We're the Ones Wednesday, and I'm in studio with Laurena Davis. And of course, in addition to the break, we have to play some more Laurena. So,
I'm feeling nice, nice. I'm in a party mood. I'm feeling nice, nice. Under me liquor getting on bad. I'm feeling nice, nice. I'm in a party mood. I'm feeling nice, nice. Under me rum I'm getting on bad. English harbors in my cup. What's in my cup stays in my cup. And I don't really care what people say. As long as we're having fun, drinking rum and get on bad. So DJ turn it up, play this one and let me burn it up. I'm feeling nice, nice. I'm in a party mood. I'm feeling nice, nice. Under me liquor getting on bad. I'm feeling nice, nice. I'm in a party mood. I'm feeling nice, nice. Under me rum I'm getting on bad. Hey, me
Mr. Bartender, and shot a English harbor for my shorty. Don't let my glass empty. All of the drinks on me, cause she want broke out. Balance pan the thing and broke out. Wine pan the thing and broke out. Hey girl, broke out, yeah.
I'm feeling nice, nice. I'm in a party mood. I'm feeling nice, nice. Under me liquor getting on bed. I'm feeling nice, nice. I'm in a party mood.
Laurena, you have to give us at least 2 lines of that. That's a remix.
No, that's
the original mix?
That's the original mix. That song was done with myself and my cousin, Hamster the One Star.
Oh,
that was
right.
20. That was what, 2013? Yes.
Feeling nice.
20. Are you
Like
waiting for me to?
2030. Yeah, one line.
English harbor's in my cup. What's in my cup stays in my cup. And I don't really care what people say. As long as we having fun, drinking rum and get on bad. So DJ, turn it up. Blaze this one and let me burn it up.
She feeling nice. She feeling nice, nice, nice. All right,
I haven't
ladies
sung
and
that
gentlemen,
song in
we're
years.
back. We're back. We're back. It's We're the Ones Wednesday. I'm your host, Petra Williams, and we have a diva in the house. We just looked at Laurena's early years. She walked us through her so-called memories of Acme Preschool. So she took us through her
Teacher Cora
comprehensive
listening.
line, and she also just reflected on her musical growth, which began.
You forgot Foundation Mix School.
Which
I have to say that.
began, and she now mentions Foundation.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not my fault. She forget.
No, I did.
And she took us through her musical growth, which came through the church. One of the things that Laurena spoke about, and I'm going to pick her up on that is very prevalent. It's less prevalent today in terms of our younger creatives because they're now training. But Laurena mentioned that apart from her very rudimentary piano lessons, that she really has no musical training.
No.
So, Laurena, you're the voice that you pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that as the various choirs, of course, the choir directors would have been able to guide and direct you in terms of where you want to go. Did you sing solo in choirs?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I
that
did sing
explains
some
it.
solos. But the thing of it, I honestly think, we're all blessed. I always say that. And even
We?
now, you're blessed with a talent.
Oh, I was really thinking of the singing.
We're all blessed with individual talents, and the Almighty has blessed me with this gift. Trust me, it's a blessing, because sometimes I'm singing and then, I love to challenge myself too. I love to challenge myself. Bet you can't do that, and I would challenge myself, and I'm like, you know what? This just, I don't know where it came from, and I'm so thankful and blessed for that. So thankful and blessed for that. So, no training at all. I do train.
You do train.
I do train.
To stay fit so that the voice can, that kind of training.
I do train people too.
Oh, you train? Oh,
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going to come to that. Thank you. So now tell us about your early, by the way, how did you transition from all them church to Bacchanal? What happened? Your backslide?
Listening to, oh Lord.
Many of us are guilty.
Listening to a lot of different music. I loved Whitney. I loved listening to, apart from Whitney, I love Kirk Franklin. And Kirk Franklin always has. Yes. Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond. These are gospel artists that I still do listen to them. Because when I'm in my little zone, you won't find me listening to soca. You would find me listening to gospel. You would find me listening to R&B, reggae, soul,
How you transition from church music to...
I wanted to explore. And from listening to all
That is your
these other
excuse?
genres, yes, sticking with it. Listening to all these other genres, I'd find myself even going to the hotels. And then from the minute I found one band to start with, that was it. I started working in the hotel circuit.
So who took you into their band? Can you remember your first band, your first
my
experience?
first band. Ugh.
Do you remember your first experience?
I don't.
It probably wasn't a band. It's probably some gig you had
Probably,
with some
yeah.
people.
It was like,
So-
I used to do a lot of karaoke too. I used to do a lot of
was
karaoke too.
So your mommy doesn't make you leave her
Oh,
house
she let me
to
know.
do karaoke. What?
She, you know.
Where did mommy think you was at? Youth meeting?
No, but, she knew I wasn't out singing no better music. Crazy. Oh, I'm going to lock out.
So you did the hotel circuit for
I
a
did the
number of
hotel
years.
circuit. Yes.
You weren't necessarily thinking straight soca competition.
I
those kind of
never visioned myself doing this.
things. You made money doing the hotel circuit?
the hotel. Yes.
That was your main gig, or you had other things going on?
I used to work, of course, always working. But I mean, it
Were
took
you working because you needed to work in terms of the hotel gigs were not paying your living expenses, or you were working because, hey, this I can do both, and
working because I had to work.
okay. All right, okay.
To me, for me back then, it was just a gig. It was just something that I enjoyed doing, and I was getting paid doing it. It wasn't much as how it is now. No, I charge you harder, but but it was, for me, it was
You were
a
just
part
happy
to
to be
me.
singing.
Yes. When I held that mic, it's like, and then just to hear the can't say white people, but just to hear them say encore,
guests.
the guests, encore. Can you give me one more? And then they would come, they would start tipping you, like, you know what? I'm getting the hang of this. I'm loving this. But I was enjoying what I was doing. I was passionate about it, and I mean, the music just took me away. And the funny thing too, because even in the hotel circuit, for me, you wouldn't find me doing a lot of soca. You would bring in the hot. I would always have a Nadia Batson in my set from way back when. I loved Nadia Batson. I still do. You would have a Patrice in the set. That was my set. One or
See
two.
you with Nadia Batson. Nadia Batson hot,
I love a Nadia Batson, see? But different songs like reggae's, the Bob Marleys and stuff, that was my gig. I wouldn't be doing the whole set because it was always a band that had a lead singer, and I was always, and sometimes
You were always what?
I was always the backup singer
Okay, all right.
side singer, but most times it's, I loved it because I'm not doing the whole gig, I'm not singing all night. That's how I had it in my head. But then when a singer couldn't show up, that's when, I get the front line, and it was really nice. It was.
So you did that for a number of years.
Yes.
What drew you in then to soca as we know it? You ever tried calypso, by the way?
Yeah, I did one calypso. It should be in 20. I think I did it 20. The independence that I went in, I think it was 2015. Is it? Democratic independent country.
Okay, I'm gonna have to play that because I want some thoughts from you on the calypso. But yeah, so
that
what
was the
drew-
only calypso I did, and I did that for the competition.
So what drew you into soca, hardcore soca?
As in what drew me into being.
Okay, what drew you into becoming a soca singer?
I didn't
Since you want
even,
me to be
to be
specific.
honest, I didn't even vision it to happen like this. I remember, this is what I remember, telling you how it started. I think it was a Shirley Heights gig. No, it was a breakfast fete. It was a breakfast fete. And I have to pull out my chair. It was a breakfast.
Sing at a breakfast.
No, wait, no, let me tell you how we go. At a
This is a
breakfast fete, that
breakfast down
time,
so, or
yeah,
this
it's
up
the same one, but this is the one up by Dog Farm, same up by Betty,
Oh, I used to go there.
same Baba breakfast fete. But the sweet part with this, a band was on stage, the singers were late, and they were playing. It was the same year with Faye and Lions, Heavy Bumper song.
Oh,
No man, can't match up with and look, I love that song.
see the two lines she just sang there. I will never sing that song again because it just won't come out the same. Go ahead. Go on, Miss Heavy Bumper.
So the band was there, and they were playing it. I think Future Kid was one of the singers of the band, so he had a song on that rhythm too. But I think the other singers weren't theirs yet. And a girlfriend of mine was, we were there at the breakfast fete, and she's like, "Yeah, girl, go up and take the mic now. I just sung that." Because I used to go to karaoke and do it.
No. Do it properly. You should go to karaoke and done the place.
And done the place, yes.
Right, no, carry on.
And I wanted to do it. I'm telling her, "Tal, had a singer." And then she went to the DJ. She went to Undercover and told Undercover, "Hello, just make sure you go up there and sing the song." No, it was Undercover and Lawrence Mason. Because just the other day we were talking about it, how all this happened. And him and Lawrence Mason went up and said, "Look, Laurena, go up and sing, man." And then I went up, eventually took the mic. I swear the song probably wheel up about 4 times. And left the breakfast fete. I think the week after I had a gig at Shirley Heights. I think that was with New Edition. I had a gig with New Edition up at Shirley Heights. And Cover said to me, "Laurena, you need for go check the band in the Potters now, because them ask for you and they like the vibe or whatever." And I went.
You went. You didn't hold up?
Actually, I think it was that breakfast fete was what? The August. And I think I started with the band. I think, Carlton can correct me. I think I started with the band in October. I think it was about October. Yeah.
I want you to step back to the Heavy Bumper edition, because all you said to me was that the song was pulled up a few times.
Yes.
Why was the song pulled up a few times?
Because I was performing the song. I was singing the song.
You were singing the song?
Yeah.
You were
No.
singing and performing
No. I was green.
You were just standing up?
You don't remember when I came out in 2010, me green now? I came out on stage. Look, sometimes I look back and...
I want to know about this.
I was just singing the song. I think it was just my vocals, how it sat with the song and performing the song. No, I wasn't winking up nothing. That wasn't Laurena then, I think.
Okay. And how was the audience?
That is why I kept pulling up. It was nice. Look, it felt so good. It felt so good. Trust me, it felt like, hey, that was my band. Not knowing that would have been my band, but it was a good feeling, man.
Okay, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to We're the Ones on Point FM. I'm your host, Petra Williams. It's We're the Ones Wednesday. And in studio with me is... Yeah, I ever tell you one of my favorite artists?
Yeah, you tell me this all the time. Hence the reason why you tag on the flyer.
Oh, jeez. She had me lost for words.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, now part of what we're doing today, because one of my challenges with Laurena's music is that Laurena puts out consistently good music. Laurena and her band TKO, they put out some consistently good music that I feel just doesn't get enough airplay. I just feel that, there is just so much more that can be done for those songs. And so throughout the afternoon, we're going to feature a song. And for those of you who are listening, if you're watching us via social media, just pop on the chat and tell us your favorite. Let me see if I'll actually remember the names of the songs, because I name a song what I like, then Laurena and I argue about what the song actually name.
Like this morning.
The song name Keep On Rolling. Talking about roll it. You gotta keep on rolling. This has to be the name of the song.
And the other one, the song name. What is that this morning? Okay.
So we're gonna go way back, because we're gonna now go into Laurena's early years with TKO after this. So we're gonna play one of her very early songs.
Bless.
Show you what I got for you, boy.
See, now I done tell you what I want to do. Let's make some magic, baby, me and you. Let's take a trip to the highest heights. Baby, get ready. Hey, so when I why not push it back and then you get heart attack. Hush, don't tell nobody, boy. Them gonna say a lie. When me rap and back it up and make you. I wanna see some hearts in the chat room now. Honey, not the ear one and one make. Let me see them hearts now. Let me see them hearts now. Made for one and two could never ever be for three. And one make two, baby, me and what was made.
All right. You hear that? The bells are going off in the studio. Hey, look, I have two young technicians in here, right? I think they're gonna throw me out the studio and take over this interview, right? Nora, you just look for the next song when I tell you ready. You hear the power. You know this is the lady that bring you this kind of music. Did you know? He's like, you sing that song? You just see her walking and you're just wondering, like, who's she? So now, ladies and gentlemen, that song you just heard.
That started everything for me.
You bet you didn't know I know that. Apart from you sing it in the
well, here now, let me give you a joke. Right. This was not my first recorded song. My first recorded song was Can't Wait with TKO.
Okay.
But this song, and this is
the song that you sang though for the competition.
This is the song I sang for the competition.
Right.
So this was the song that started Laurena Davis's career, right? Because up to this day, no matter where I go around the world, if I don't sing that song, I get thrown off the stage.
Because it's a really
if I
nice
don't
song.
sing that song,
and you do it very, very, very well.
Yes, and the beauty about this song was not supposed to be my song.
What?
The story behind it, the song was written by Craig Christopher, Lord.
Oh, hey.
Craig Christopher and
no, Monique wants to know if you're in love with the voice. Make sure I say voice and nothing else. Good afternoon, Monique. Go ahead, Laurena.
Craig Christopher and Dalton Dyer. The song was written by both of them. But initially, the song was supposed to be for Alicia. That time, Alicia was singing in the band too.
Okay.
And I was supposed to get Alicia's song.
Oh, so they swapped you off.
Yes, but then Craig and Dalton said, "Nah, man.
The power voice.
Your voice will sit perfectly with it." And the rest was history, man. I mean, I must always give much love and respect to Craig Christopher and Dalton Dyer because I don't see
deadly combination.
Yeah, Jack. And it was outside. I remember we were outside of the studio in Potters. They were outside on the gallery, and Dalton had his Guinness. Craig had his nice little bottle of water.
Yeah, that's Craig's.
Water.
That's Craig's preferred drink, I think, up to now.
And they were outside and they were just doing the melody. I call Craig soca berries. So when he doing it, his eyes closed and he did his head like that, and they just started putting together that,
So hold on. Craig wrote the song.
Dalton did the rhythm.
No, hold on. So the song was there before the melody, I'm assuming.
No, actually, Dalton did the rhythm.
Together.
Dalton did the rhythm, and Craig and Dalton wrote the song.
So the arrangement was there first.
Yes.
And so they wrote, because I keep, listen, I need to have Craig in here one day, and then I need to have Dalton in here another day, because I just want to know what goes into. But that's not today. Today we're talking to the diva voice. So you did that song in 2010. You entered the competition
in both categories, both groovy and jumpy.
What was that like?
It was scary as hell. I was really green. As I was saying earlier, when I watched, sometimes I would watch over the performances and stuff. That's one performance I never really like watching.
Why?
Because I came out, like if I'm in the hotel, Hey, G, good night. I've come a long way.
And what did the crowd do then?
No, but they loved the song. So they were in, awesome. And I was a new artist. So that the love that I got, trust me, it was not never me too, but how would that go? But
we're gonna get to that in a minute. But for now, I just want to know, how was that? Because I know I guess one person told me once going into a competition that first one is always like your first high, you never get it back.
Yeah.
Even if you win down the road, I can understand if you.
That
win
really
down
was
the
my
road, you
first.
gotta get back.
I got back that high too, but I mean, it was such an amazing feeling. Not only that, to see this church girl, you know, and I mean, it was also a challenge too, because I came from a Christian home, still at home.
Oh yes, I was going to come back to mommy.
And
so
yeah,
get right in there. So how did mommy take this development?
Oh, you know, Pet, because she stood in front of the TV and she watched.
Hold on. She did know you were going in for the competition.
She did, because she heard my song on the radio and stuff.
No. What do you mean she heard your song on the radio?
She heard on the radio.
You didn't tell her?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but she knew I was going into the bands and stuff, but she never knew that I would have taken that
slow down.
step.
So how did she take? She daughter go sing better.
She never, if it's one thing I should say, my mother never once looked down on me. You know what I got continuously? Praying that I come back to better. You would hear that continuously. You know, she would never, like, even for that, I remember when I got home, she said to me, "Oh, I'm safe on TV. But you were nice. You were good.
Yes.
You were good. You did well."
So guess what? Even if you didn't win,
hello,
you because mommy was like, oh,
you know, and it was, look, it was such an amazing feeling. I mean, I felt so good. I felt like if, hey, I stood up in front of an Antigua crowd hard now. But when I look back on the video too, and I look at the faces of the people in the crowd, and you know what drives me and give me that rush, that high, is to even see two people singing my song and they're in it. And when they said a baby, everybody, you know, look, we're from Petra.
I'm trying not to get the goosebumps feeling. So we now know. So you went into the competition 2010,
Yes.
2011,
2012, 2013.
And you are finalist
In all
of
yes.
these years.
The only year I didn't go in, I think it was 2015. I didn't enter the competition that year because of personal reasons.
But most times, once you got in, you know you were making it down to the finals.
Of course.
And then what happened after that? Because you get to the finals, and then what? You have a place?
Well,
you
no.
Never officially placed?
No, I never officially
I
placed.
guess I need to change it that way.
Please. No, never officially placed.
According to the judges.
According to the judges,
Okay.
no.
According to the people.
Yes.
What was the people's response to Laurena over the years?
Really good. Look, the support that I've gotten and that I'm still getting over the years, it's amazing. And I honestly think for the fans and for the people who support and who truly push me, look, I am in there not only just for my passion, but also for them.
Pause a minute. I have to read this. Miss Jarvis. Because I'm sure Miss Jarvis have
That's
the same
Janine's
struggle.
mommy.
I'm sure Miss Jarvis have the same struggles that your mother
Yes,
had.
because Janine was also one of the members for Youth for Christ Ministries with me. So I know how Mrs. Jarvis. Good morning. Good afternoon, Mrs. Jarvis.
Salvationist? Miss Jarvis is a salvationist. You know?
Yes.
So Miss Jarvis says, Mrs. Jarvis says, even though our children don't always do the things we want them to do, we support them in their endeavors.
She sounds just like mommy. That's true.
Nah, I say nothing tell. I hope my mother not listening.
Always got that support.
So now you say, so now back to where we were. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know, I don't have to tell y'all by now who we're interviewing, do I? It's the one and only Laurena Davis. Yeah. I'm just, listen, I think on Wednesdays, I have the best
Yes.
thing. I get to interview the best, the diverse, the talented, the everything of Antigua. I love it. So Laurena, hard question. You're entering the competitions every year. You put out your best effort every year. You ball out your voice on stage every year. Sorry, you throat per stage every year. And every year you watch other people take home all the hardware. You know you have, your songs are often by some of our very best writers. They would write for you and you place here, they write for others, same quality, and they place there. You have the best musicians. You have a beautiful voice. What kept you motivated year on year to compete?
The passion and the love for...
You get blow. What passion and what love?
No. That's the thing. For me, I don't do music just for a competition. Yes, a competition is there, and I'm going to enter it to also represent myself, my country, because at the end of the day, But I do music for the love, the passion, and for the enjoyment that will longevity.
Okay. So, follow-up question.
And the culture.
So, follow-up question. You do it for the love, the passion, the longevity. Competitions cost money.
It does.
Okay. So, balance the love, the passion, the longevity, and the finances. You at least broke even.
Yes.
You didn't lose.
No.
You didn't have to go into your pocket and cover your props and cover your songs and cover your this and cover your that, knowing that whenever eventually you get your fees, your prize monies,
You have to pay.
that you have to pay back all of these things, and you would not be in the red.
Most years, for me, thankfully, I am blessed with amazing sponsors and amazing support. So by the time we get, of course, the unplaced, if you get your finances or anything, you have to pay the band. I have to pay my musicians, because my musicians, you're allowed your musicians. And thankfully, I'm blessed with having my own band. So, of course, I have to take care of my people first. And you have your dancers, you have whatever props, you have to get that out the way. If in the event your sponsorship does not cover that, of course, you're going to have to go into your pocket or from your winnings,
So
take care of them.
Sponsorship has been consistently good for you.
For years, for a number of years.
I wonder how you do that. And I'm only wondering because
For a number of years.
so many times you hear from artists that their biggest challenge has been to get the corporate support. So is it that you've had corporate support come on board having heard your beautiful voice? Or is it that you've had very good relationships that have transitioned into sponsorships?
I think very good relationships, because you have some private sponsors who sometimes wish not to be mentioned, and you also have businesses that I have to plug them too, because we're in the neighborhood. Barnes Funeral Home, Miss Barnes. You have one of the banks here in Antigua, and a few others. And not only that, I can't be on here and not even mention Dr. Dwayne Babathwaite too. The love and support that you have, it's continuous, yes. Sometimes if you do have more,
you're blessed.
you'll get a better production. And so sometimes, but with a hardworking team, we put together the best that we can, but not what we actually want to,
So that brings me to my next
Yes.
question, because we know there is the producing for, and just before we get into that, of course, we're going to feature another Laurena piece. This is from 2011. You ready? Let's go.